Well, hello there, and welcome to another edition of my videos. This is a very special Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year edition of my video. So, first of all, let me just say Happy New Year and 恭喜发财，恭喜发财，新年快乐，新年快乐。Want to wish everyone a healthy and prosperous new year. And I'll be spending some time in this video to talk about the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, because it is upon us. And, I'll talk to you about some traditions as well as some predictions for the new year, which I think it's very interesting, because we're living in such an interesting time. So, first of all, welcome to my humble abode. As you can tell, I've got the whole place decked out in various different New Year decorations. You see a lot of red. Red is our preferred color for the new year. It brings a lot of energy, happiness. It is a lucky color, right? So, to those of you who are celebrating, and there will be a lot of people celebrating, including myself, because the lunar calendar, the Chinese New Year, is celebrated by over 2 billion people worldwide. And that includes 1.4 billion people in China, and as well as 600 million people all over the world. It is a very important tradition. To us, it's basically like our version of Christmas, So we started the holidays back in Thanksgiving last year, right? November, and then Christmas in December. And then, after the New Year, we have our own New Year, which is usually in January and February. And it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas all over again, with lots of food and lots of family gatherings. So the celebration just never ends. It just goes on and on and on. Yesterday, January 31st, was New Year's Eve, and today is the New Year, first day of the New Year. The New Year celebration is a 16-day celebration. Starts with New Year's Eve, and then today's New Year's Day. And then the last day, which is the 15th day of the celebration, is what we call the Yuan Xiao, which is the Lantern Festival. On each of the different days, you're supposed to do different things. For example, New Year's Eve, you eat a very, very big meal with different dishes. And New Year's Day is supposed to be kind of actually a day of almost like quiet and peace. And you're supposed to eat vegetarian because today is the day where you kind of sort of take it easy, on the animals, and don't consume all the meats, and kind of go easy on yourself a little bit. It's kind of almost a day of recovery from the big dinner from last night. And of course, I had a big dinner. And so it is a big tradition for us. And now, for those of you that celebrated the Roman calendar New Year, January 1st, maybe you made some resolutions, right? Well, maybe, now we're in the end of January, beginning of February. Maybe you found it really hard to keep up with those resolutions. Well, I've got some good news for you. It's another new year, right? So you get to make or try to start your resolutions again, So that clock didn't exactly start on January 1st, okay? If you want to do resolutions again, it started today. So you have a second chance to make good to your resolutions. So, what resolutions have you made? I made some this year, and including gonna try to keep my spending in check. Gonna cut down, on overindulging on different things in my life, including clothing and food. Gonna become more aware of that, and as well as overspending, like I said again. Um, and there are so many aspects of the new year to think about, right? As I think about my plan for this year, and I think about how I can continue to thrive in different aspects of my life, and I think and I like to think about them as sort of the most important aspects are number one is my health, and I think we always wish people during the new year, 身體健康, 身體健康, and that means I wish you good health, and 恭喜發財, which is I wish you wealth. Now, to me, the last few years, more than ever, has really brought my health into focus. And I think, one phrase I like to say right now is health before wealth. I think health is more important than anything else. Without health, nothing else matters. Nothing else is going to work out. So I've said this before in my videos, and I said, take care of yourself first. Okay, take care of yourself and take care of yourself first before you take care of other things and other people. Because if you don't put yourself in the optimal sort of shape in terms of your health and how you feel and how you're operating, if you are not in your best shape, if you're not living the best version of your life, you're not going to do that well in everything that you do. So I think that's very important going forward, and it's a constant practice, right? It's a constant struggle. So I think dealing with stress management going forward continue to be another very big part of what I'm going to continue to work on, as well as I want to sleep better, I want to eat better. One of my goals this year is to eat more vegetarian. So I've started to eat one vegetarian meal a day. And and I've been keeping up with it, fortunately. So New Year traditions or predictions, actually. Now, last year was year of the ox, which I have on the wall over there. And this year, the new year, is year of the tiger, which is the sign of the animal that's right above the ox over there. The year of the ox was supposed to be a year of hard work. So think about how true that was for you. Was it a year of hard work? I know for me it definitely was. I worked really hard, and at times I felt like I wasn't really having any fun. Okay, which isn't good. But it was supposed to be a year where we just basically focus on our goals and just working hard and keep our head down and just keep working hard. Because last year, work ethics and just hard working hard was a very important part of getting through the year. And thankfully, I survived, as have you and many people. So good job on doing that. Now, contrast to that, this year, unlike the year of the ox, the year of the tiger, it's supposed to be a year of change. So last year, you're supposed to work hard and just stay doing what you're doing. This year, we're supposed to have opportunities to do new things. The year of the tiger the sign of the tiger is full of energy. It's full of aggressive energy, as a matter of fact. Um, it is also, according to the Chinese astrology, there are five elements, right, to the zodiacs. So water, fire, wood, earth, and stone, I believe. This year is the year of the water tiger. Now, water as an element in Chinese culture is an element of fluidity, right? Think about water. It can become anything, right? It can conform to its surrounding environment, but it can also, overcome pretty much any obstacles. So the water is a sign of fluidity, of change, and the tiger full of energy. So you combine those two things together, we may be seeing a lot of changes this year. Um, think about that as if we're not seeing enough changes already in the world. Um, but with the changes, we also get opportunities, right? It's an opportunity to try new things. And so the year of the tiger is really supposed to be a breakout year. I certainly hope so for me, because I have worked very hard this past year to kind of earn my stability. And there were a lot of changes this past year for me as well. It has been a very hectic and oftentimes turbulent year. And I think going forward, we're going to continue to see changes. Take the current pandemic, for example. Uh, People are getting vaccinated, but we have new variants of the virus, and just, every once in a while, it's going to throw everything into, kind of this instability. But, it's I also think though this year we're going to start seeing some stability in terms of how we're going to deal with the virus and the pandemic. And I think going forward, we're going to be able to find a way, slowly find a way to work with it. And certain things are going to be that were in flux before. This year, we're going to see them to be more permanent. I'm talking about things, of course, like working from home, interacting with people remotely. But then at the same time, with vaccination, continue to have boosters to deal with the new virus variants, and the new variants having less of a disruption in people's lives, because with vaccination your symptoms become milder, and it kind of more or less becomes kind of the common cold or flu. And I think people will be able to deal with it and kind of be able to get back into a large degree of normalcy, shall we call it, because nothing is really normal anymore. It's the new normal now, right? But I think we're gonna get a hang of it. And I think this year people will be able to. It's the year we discovering joy in what you're doing. So I would say to continue to focus on your health, continue to focus on the things that matter to you most, such as your close personal relationships, your friendships, families, and such. And, seize the opportunities. They're going to be there for you, and be aware of them. This year, embrace the unknown. And I'm telling you this right now, but this is advice to myself, because I'm hoping to have a breakout year. So in closing, let me just say that it's been a pleasure sharing this video with you. If you have any comments, please leave a comment, subscribe. The button's down below. And I look forward to continue sharing my thoughts with you throughout this year. And I wish you health, happiness, and prosperity in the new year, Year of the Tiger. And may we all live and achieve our goals and have good success for ourselves. Thank you very much. Take good care.